Okay, YouTube, welcome back to G-Pop's Adventures. Today I'm working on my van. It's a 1992 Chevrolet Astro van, and we bought it new back in, well, I guess 92. Paid 17,000 for it, and we've had it all this time, but we've got a bit of a problem. As you can see, this wheel well has some rust on it. Little spot there, and here, that entire section there, most of it was rusted. Let me arrange. So I bound that flat piece of metal. I had 3 C-clamps on the top of it, strapping it down to the piece of wood, and then I proceeded to bend it over with the hammer. Of course, you know, you tap it, and eventually you get it down to here. As you can see, there's still some imperfections in the bend because the wood was, I guess it was rolling over as I was beating on it, and so I'll have to probably address that with a little body filler or some glazing compound. Glazing probably should do it. Anyway, that's my task today, is to weld that patch into place. So I'm going to have to get clamps on it, and I'll use my MIG welder using flux core wire, and I'll show you what that looks like after I'm done. So, let's get after it. I'll give you a view of what it looks like after I'm done. Okay, first step is to get this patch into position. And clamp it with these things. Because out here in the garage, I don't have any power, so I'm having to run this thing on 110 and have a heavy extension cord for it. I would like to run it on 220, but I don't have a 220 line long enough. Okay, so I've already got this set, the welder. Anyway, okay, I guess we're ready to weld. Oh, forgot something. I need my light. I think I've got it ground off. Let me show you. So I see, I think there's a little place right here I need to touch up, and maybe right here and right here. But I think overall it looks pretty good. It's pretty rough when I rub my fingers over it. It's bumpy and it's, oh, here's a place I need to touch that up, and there. That's the two. Overall, I think it came out pretty well. Like I say, I'm not a very good welder. I do the best I can, and a little glazing compound will probably fix that right up. That's what I plan to do, is just glaze it and then sand it and then prime it. Like I say, this is not my, like I said before, this is not my primary vehicle. It's just one that I use to haul stuff that won't fit anywhere else. So I want it to be fixed because I don't want it to get any worse. But I'm not really concerned about how well it looks, as long as it's not got a hole in it and rust. I wanted to show you the other spot that I fixed already. Hold on a second. Okay, so this spot right through here, I've already cut the metal out, welded it in, ground it down, and primed it, and that came out pretty good. I really didn't put any body filler or, well, yeah, I probably did use a thin skim of body filler on the top. But here's what the piece looks like. This came from down under here, so it was like right there. And you can see that this whole thing right here, where you see this metal, that was rusted. There was a pretty good size hole. The hole about this big, and it was kind of long right through there. So you can see that. I think this end over here is still the one that's intact. I think it was, well, actually, there's where it fits, because it's fitting the body mold line. So anyway, that one came out pretty good. I've still got a bit of sanding and probably some filler right here because it's a little bit indented. But I think that one is looking pretty good. On this one back here, I'm probably just going to get a grinder after it, sand it, and then weld what's there. Just put some more metal over it and then grind it off, because I don't really think it really needs to be patched any other way. I could probably just put Bondo in it, and as long as it's sealed. But one thing I'm going to have to do is re-undercoat this under here. And I've also got a little rusty spot right there. I'm going to get the grinder after that, grind it off, and then fill that in. I'm just going to weld it up that hole and not worry about whatever that bracket is for. I don't really think it's being used at all. I can't believe it's a stiffener for that frame. It's pretty short. I have no idea what it's for. Maybe it's where the frame is stuck together. I don't think so, though. There's no evidence that it's not just a piece on there. And the other thing I got to do is reattach my whatever this bumper thing is on the spring. It looks like it's torn apart. That one should be up there. Oh, it looks like it hit something. It's torn on the side. So I don't know how in the hell that got tore, though. That's above the exhaust pipe, and the exhaust pipe's not bent. I have no idea. Maybe I put a jack on it or something. Anyway, I'm going to get the welder back out and weld up those two little spots, and then I'm going to do some more grinding on it, and then we're going to call it good. So that's all for today. Good morning, YouTube. So I'm out here working on my van again. As you can see, it's right there. Can't really see what okay, there's the Bondo that I put on yesterday, and you can see I've already been doing a little sanding on it. Let me turn you around so you can get a better view. Okay, so here's what it looks like so far, and I've just been running some 80 grit over it with my air orbital sander, handheld orbital sander, and then I got out that piece of wood because it's much flatter, and I want it to be flat so that it will maintain the shape, the contour of the opening. But as you can see, I have just quite a bit more sanding to do on this. I may have to add a thin layer of body filler because it looks like before I can get this out and down through here that I'll be probably into the metal. So it looks like I'm going to have to put some more on there. Anyway, let me put you on the stand and you can watch me work. I'm going to fast forward in the edit process though, so hopefully it won't be too boring. Okay, I'm using 100 grit now. I think I'm going to get... Okay, so I found some more. Trouble is, it's like 400, 180, 320, whatever that is, 150, 180, and I don't know, this is emery cloth coarse. That might work. But I did find this 80 grit belt sanding, half of a belt from, I think it's a 10-inch sander. Anyway, we'll see what this can do. I got some more Bondo on this thing now, and I think it's looking pretty good. I used this 80 grit over it, and I think I can smooth it out, and I won't have to put any more on it. Trouble is, my sandpaper's clogged up, so I probably need to be doing wet sanding. But I'm too lazy to go get the water hose. And it'd make a mess. So I'll just get me another 100 grit piece of sandpaper. I guess you can see I made a little patch for there. I decided to do that. So I cut that patch out of a piece that I got from over there on the bottom. Actually, it was right here on this end of the wheel well. So it's fitting in there nicely. I'll weld that in tomorrow, and then we'll be ready to finish up this. I need to still work the inside of the wheel well, but we'll do that eventually. Okay, so that's pretty much it for today. That paint can, I swear to God, it sprayed paint all over my hands, so I guess I need to go wash my hands. And so we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.